So Hastings High is threatening here in this second inning of play. Base runners on at first and third base. Sidlow is at first. Chris is over here at third base. Clayton Arnold now at the plate. He's a left-handed hitter. And he shows bunt, but pulls her back here and takes the pitch outside. Clayton Arnold has got 14 base hits, 44 trips to the plate, 7 runs scored, 8 RBIs. He's got a double for his extra base hits this year. He has walked 9 times and he has struck out 6 times. Zylo, your pitcher out there for Omaha Skutt. Fires one to the plate. That's going to be in there for a strike. 1 ball and 1 strike now to Clayton Arnold. Tucker Senek would be next, and Royer DeLaura. Hastings with nobody out here in the second inning of play, trailing Skutt by the score of 1-0. Luke Van Dyke playing in a couple of steps at third base. Here comes the next pitch to Arnold. That's going to be outside for another ball. 2 balls and 1 strike. He's been showing bunt here past couple of pitches. Tigers might try to sneak one home right here. Brendan Chris is down there at third base for Hastings High. Sidlow is on at second base for the Tigers. The count here at the plate is at 2 balls and 1 strike to Arnold. Next pitch, a check swing foul. Back to the screen, 2-2. Later on today from Fricky Field in Omaha, we'll have Adams Central against Wayne in Class C. That'll be a quarterfinal game. We'll have it for you beginning at 7 tonight, 6:45 pregame show here on Extreme Sports. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. It's on the way. It's going to be fouled away. So Arnold, a tough out here in the second inning. Jace Ziola, now throwing 29 pitches to Hastings High. Not yet through the second inning. Hastings with nobody out here in inning number 2. Ziola working from the full windup here with runners on at second and third base. Here comes the next pitch. Swung on a miss, and he strikes out. So after all that, Clayton Arnold strikes out. Strikeout number 3 in the ball game now for Jace Ziola. Coming to the plate next is going to be Tucker Senek. Senek is the second baseman. Batting average at .217 on the season. Senek has got 5 base hits in 23 trips to the plate, 6 RBIs. He's got a triple for his extra base hits. He fouls away the attempted bunt here. Back to the screen behind the plate. No balls and 1 strike. So Tucker Senek at the plate here for the Tigers. He has walked 3 times. He has struck out 6 times so far this year. Next pitch is going to be in there for a strike on the outside corner. Again, the Tigers showing bunt there, and Tucker takes a strike. 0-2. The Tucker Senek down here in the number 8 spot. The Tigers threatening 1 out here in the second inning. Runners on at second and third base. Bouncer to third. The play is going to be at the plate. There's the tag made, and they have got him at the plate. A bouncer right to Luke Van Dyke. That was a Chris coming to the plate, and he is thrown out there by Van Dyke, the third baseman. So now there's 2 outs in the inning. Tucker Senek gets aboard in the fielder's choice over there at first base. Runners at third base as well. Running for Sidlow. So runners on at first and third. Coming up to the plate next for Hastings High will be Royer DeLaura. DeLaura is a shortstop. He's got a .333 batting average on the season. DeLaura's got 22 base hits and 66 trips to the plate. First pitch is going to be outside for a ball. 1 ball and no strikes to DeLaura. 11 RBIs so far this year. 16 runs scored. He's got a double for his extra base hits. Here comes the next pitch, a swing and a miss. 1 ball and 1 strike. Jace Ziola, throwing here for Omaha Scott, their ace on their staff. Pitching today in hopes of maybe hanging around till the end of the tournament. They get their guy out there maybe for a second appearance here in the state tournament. Next pitch is going to be outside for a ball. 2-1 is the count to Royer DeLora. Royer batting here from the right-hand side. Tigers have runners on at first and third, trailing 1-0 here in the second inning. There's a bouncer right side, going to be grabbed there. A nice grab by the first baseman, Cooper Smith. And he goes over and touches the bag, and the inning is over. So the Tigers, they threatened. They had runners on the base pads with nobody out, 2 runners on with nobody out, and they can't score here in the second inning. Hastings scores no runs on a base hit, no errors, and a couple of runners left on base. We go to the bottom of the second inning with a score. Omaha Scott 1, Hastings nothing. You're listening to Tiger Baseball on Extreme Sports.
Family Medical Center of Hastings is the place to go for all your healthcare needs. Their team is trained to treat the whole person regardless of age. They provide a wide range of medical care, including acute care, routine health screenings, and treatment of chronic conditions. They're dedicated to providing you with the best care in the most cost-effective manner. Family Medical Center, as an independent clinic, has served the community for over 65 years. Your family's home for healthcare. 1021 West 14th Street. Proud to support all area student athletes.
Are you ready to tee off on a golfing adventure like no other? Look no further than the Southern Hills Golf Club of Hastings. The course at Southern Hills is a challenging and picturesque course that is perfect for players of all skill levels. The course features well-manicured greens, rolling fairways, and several water hazards that add to the challenge. But that's not all. The Southern Hills Golf Club also offers a kitchen that serves up delicious snacks and meals, a bar to quench your thirst, a driving range, and a practice green. Book your tee times at southernhillshastings.com or call 402-463-8006. You are listening to Tiger Baseball on Extreme Sports.
All right, Mike Will back here at Tal Anderson Field in Omaha, the home of the Omaha Mavericks. The Class B State High School Baseball Tournament here today on Extreme Sports. 1-0 is the score. Omaha Scott with a lead over Hastings High. Luke Van Dyke leading off the second inning here for Scott. Bubba Day will bat next, followed by Easton Elam. One of those guys get aboard here in the second inning. Nate Christensen would come to the plate here for the Skyhawks. The top-seeded Omaha Scott Skyhawks. And the record sitting at 22 wins and 5 losses on the season. Elliott Sidlow throwing for Hastings High. 2 balls, 2 strikes here to Luke Van Dyke, a batting average of .415 to start today. There's a bouncer towards second. Setting his guy, his throw over to first is going to be in time. Luke Van Dyke is going to be retired into the play from second to first. Bubba Day will come to the plate next for Omaha Scott. Bubba Day is the second baseman. Batting average on the season is sitting at .267. So Sidlow will go to work on him, and there's a pitch that's going to be outside for a ball. Bubba Day, the second baseman, right-handed hitter. Next pitch is going to be outside for a ball. The count down 2 balls and no strikes here to Day. Down here in the number 7 spot in the batting order. 12 base hits in 45 trips to the plate. Next pitch is going to be outside for another ball. 3-0 is the count. Day has got 10 RBIs so far this year. 1 double, a triple, and a home run. Head of the count here at 3 balls and no strikes. The next one is going to be outside for a ball. So a 4-pitch walk given up there by Sidlow. That's going to be his first walk of the ball game. He hit a man back there in the first inning. And now Easton Elam will come to the plate next. Elam is a shortstop. Batting average on the season is sitting at 200 for this guy. 11 base hits and 55 trips to the plate. He's got 7 RBIs, a double and a triple. No home runs for his extra base hits. He has scored 15 runs. Pitch to him is going to be outside for a ball. So 5 straight pitches outside the strike zone now for Elliott Sidlow. Elam, he leads the team in strikeouts with 17. He's got 11 base on balls. Your base runner down there at first base is Bubba Day. 1-0. Omaha Skutt has got the lead. Next pitch is going to be outside for another ball. So all of a sudden, Sidlow is finding a tough time finding the strike zone. 6 straight pitches outside the zone here. 2-0 is the count here to Easton Elam. Batting on the right-hand side is Elliott Sidlow, works in the stretch. There goes the runner at first base. He's swinging a miss at the plate. The throw down there to second base is not going to be in time. It's stolen base there for Bubba Day. Good throw by Rutt, but the tag could not be made down there in time. So Day is going to get a stolen base. That's his 5th swipe of the season. He moves into scoring position. Easton Elam now the count here at 2 balls and 1 strike. 1-0. Skutt has got the lead. Second inning. This one going 7 here today. Elliott Sidlow working from the stretch. Sidlow fires one to the plate. The ball's hit on the ground towards second. Sinek gobbles it up, goes over to first. That's going to be in time, but the runner moves over to third. Easton Elam is retired in the play from second to first. Sinek to Burton. That brings up the number 9 hitter in the batting order here for Omaha Skutt. Nate Christensen will come to the plate. Christensen with a .362 batting average on the season. He's got 29 base hits and 80 trips to the plate. 28 runs scored, 11 RBIs. 5 doubles for his extra base hits. Sends that ball out to a right field, but is going to curve over into foul territory. No balls and 1 strike here to Nate Christensen. Joe Collega would be next at the top of the order if Christensen can get aboard. There's a bunt laid down. They're going to try and sneak one home. Sidlow grabs the ball, fires it to the first base, not in time, and a run comes in to score. So Nate Christensen is going to get aboard as he drops down a bunt out in front of the plate. A good one there. Sidlow comes off of the mound to grab it, gets it over to Chance Verdon, but not in time. That's going to drive home a run here as Bubba Day will come in to test the plate. 2-0 is the score now. Omaha Skutt has got the lead. And that's going to bring up Joe Collega, the center fielder, next. Collega flew out to right field his first time up there. So Omaha Skutt gets a base hit here in the second inning. Suicide squeeze as the runner was coming from third base. That was Bubba Day. Christensen lays down a perfect bunt out in front of the plate. The throw by Sidlow not in time to catch Christensen down there at first. Drives home a run. 2 men out here in the second inning. Now a 2-0 ball game. Chopper toward shortstop. Delora throws it to first base. It was off with the target, but nice grab there by Burton, who tags out the runner coming to the bag, and the inning is over. But Omaha Skutt, they manufacture a run here. They produce 1 run here on 1 base hit. No errors on Hastings High. Any runner left on base. We are through 2 innings here. Class B quarterfinal game of the State High School Baseball Tournament. Omaha Skutt 2, Hastings nothing. You're listening to Tiger Baseball.
When it comes to helping you protect what's important to you, you can trust the licensed independent insurance agents at Klein Insurance of Hastings. No matter what type of insurance you need, From auto to home to farm and crop, Klein Insurance will get it covered. They'll help you find the right policy for your specific situation. Klein Insurance has been in business since 1959 and is locally owned. Same-day quotes are available. At Klein Insurance, you'll get years of expertise, attention to detail, and exceptional customer service. Klein Insurance, 710 South Burlington in Hastings. Call 402-463-1256.
Bullseye Sports Bar and Grill has been serving Hastings and the surrounding area for more than 25 years, becoming more than just another bar and grill. It's a Hastings institution. Don't miss Wing Night every Wednesday, featuring legendary wings that are crispy, saucy, and downright delicious. Stop back on Thursday for broasted chicken. Fridays, enjoy the prime rib and seafood buffet. Then savor Bullseye's world-famous prime rib on Saturday. On Sundays, indulge in the brunch buffet from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. For over a quarter century, Bullseye's has been the go-to spot for good times, great food, and unforgettable memories. Visit Bullseye Sports Bar and Grill on West 2nd in Hastings, right across the street from the water park.
You're locked in to Extreme Sports.
Olivares now hits a line drive to deep left field. Ward is back to the wall. Granny time!
There's Doncic wheeling inside in traffic and got it to go. Call it the foul.
The home of 24/7 sports talk. Nothing but pure sports action.
Mike Will back here at Tal Anderson Field in Omaha. Quarterfinal game of the Class B State High School Baseball Tournament. Hastings trailing Omaha Scott. The score is 2-0. Tigers batting now here in the top half of the third. At the top of the order up here too, Isaiah Shaw, Brody Dreer, Chance Burton. Shaw struck out his first time up there, and he's behind in the count here at 1-2 strikes. There's a pitch, a called third strike, and Shaw strikes out for the second time today. That's going to be strikeout number 4 in the ball game now for Ziola. Coming up there next is going to be Brody Dreer. Dreer's a center fielder. He also struck out back there in the first inning. .282 batting average on the season. Pitch there by Ziola is going to be in there for a strike. 0-1 to Brody Dreer. Dreer's got 20 base hits and 71 trips to the plate. A couple of triples for his extra base hits here this year. Next pitch is going to be outside for a ball. 1-1 is the count. First game of 2 today. Adams Central will take on Wayne tonight at 7 over at Fricky Field in Papillion. We'll have the game here on Extreme Sports beginning with a pregame at about 6:45 tonight. 2-1 strike now to Brody Dreer, number 2 in the batting order for the Tigers. Here comes the next pitch, a fastball. It's going to be in there for a strike, and it's now 2-2. A hard thrower here for Omaha Scott. Around 92, 93 miles per hour. Next pitch is going to be fouled away. Back to the screen, and the count is at 2-2 strikes. Brody Dreer up there for Hastings High. Chance Burton. He would be next. Carlos Jimenez would follow him. There's the ball is going to be fouled away. Back to the screen. Count remains at 2-2 strikes. Hastings High 13-11 on the season. They won their last 3 games in a row, including a couple of games in the district tournament. There's an outside pitch there, and they swing and a miss. Brody chases after an outside pitch there and comes up empty. Strikeout number 5 in the ball game now for Jace Ziola. Second time today that Dreer is struck out. And here comes Chance Burton to the plate next. Burton singled back there in the first inning. One of 3 base hits that Hastings High is recorded so far in this ball game. Pitch to him here is going to be in there for a strike, right letter high, outside portion of the plate. No balls and 1 strike to Burton. Started the day with a batting average of .270 on the season. Takes a whack there, and it's going to be fouled away on the third base side. No balls and 2 strikes now to Chance Burton. Burton with 14 RBIs so far this year. He's got 1 double. He's got a couple of triples. There's extra base hits. Behind the count here at 0-2. Next pitch is going to be down low for a ball. 1-2 is the count. Busy weekend for Hastings High. Tigers playing baseball here today. Graduation is set for tomorrow. Here comes the next pitch. It's going to be hit to the right side. It's knocked down by the first baseman off with a bag, and Burton is going to get aboard. Going to his right to try to grab that ball was a Cooper Smith. He knocks it down, keeps it from going into right field. But that's going to be a base hit there for Burton as he gets aboard. Second base hit of the ball game now for Hastings High for Chance Burton. 4th one of the ball game. Carlos Jimenez is going to come to the plate next. So Jimenez comes to the plate. He's got a batting average of .299 on the season. Grounded out to second base his first time up there. Here's that ball right to third base. Van Dyke, his long throw over to first is in time, and the inning is over here for the Tigers. So Hastings gets a base runner on the base hit by Burton. They scored no runs, no errors on the Omaha Skutt. 1 runner left on base. We go to the bottom of the 3rd inning with a score. Omaha Skutt 2, Hastings nothing. You're listening to Tiger Baseball.
If you are looking for embroidery work, turn to the experts at Pro Team Design of Grand Island. They have over 19 years of experience and are locally owned. The staff at Pro Team Design can create that shirt for your special event with custom screen printing services. Or get some custom embroidery on your clothing, hats, bags, or other accessories. At Pro Team Design of Grand Island, you can get the uniforms for your high school or college sports teams too. Get a quote by simply going to the website at proteamdesign.com or by calling 308-203-4044. There's in-store pickup and delivery available. Pro Team Design, 2716 Old Fair Road in Grand Island. When it comes to helping you protect what's important to you, you can trust the licensed independent insurance agents at Klein Insurance of Hastings. No matter what type of insurance you need, from auto to home to farm and crop, Klein Insurance will get it covered. They'll help you find the right policy for your specific situation. Klein Insurance has been in business since 1959 and is locally owned. Same-day quotes are available. At Klein Insurance, you'll get years of expertise, attention to detail, and exceptional customer service. Klein Insurance, 710 South Burlington in Hastings. Call 402-463-1256.
At Midwest Farm Management, often the most challenging decision to our clients is what to do with a family farm. We've been helping answer this question since the 1970s. Our company is focused on working with tenants that are good stewards of the family farm while offering excellent returns to our owners. Our services include, but are not limited to, detailed financial and field reports, grain marketing, crop insurance, and finding and executing a lease agreement that best fits your farm. Give us a call today at 402-463-1110 or find us on the web at midwestfarmmanagement.com.
You are listening to Tiger Baseball on Extreme Sports.
Mike Will back here at Tal Anderson Field in Omaha today, the home of the Omaha Mavericks. It's the Class B quarterfinals in the state tournament. Omaha Scots, the number 1 seed, leading the 8th seed Hastings High Tigers 2-0. Playing now in the bottom of the 3rd inning. Dylan Van Dyke is at the plate here for Omaha Scots. Right fielder, he was beaten by a pitch from Elliott Sidlow back there in the 1st inning. It's that ball right over the third baseman's head. Carlos Jimenez rolls down in the left field corner. Picked up by Monty on his way to second base. Is going to be Van Dyke. So Dylan Van Dyke leads off the 3rd inning with a double down the left field line right over the head of Jimenez at the third base. Goes rolling down in the corner. Dom Monte picks it up there for Hastings High. Gets her back to the infield, but Omaha Skutt again has their leadoff man on here in the 3rd inning. Gage Gunther will come to the plate next. Gunther struck out his first time up there in the 1st inning. Batting average .361 on the season. Pitch is going to miss here. 1 ball and no strikes. Omaha Scott with a lead over Hastings High, 2-0. Scott scoring a run in the first inning and a run in the second inning. Now they're threatening here in inning number 3 with their leadoff man down there at second base. Next pitch is going to be outside for a ball. 2 balls and no strikes. Winner here plays tomorrow afternoon. Winner's bracket ball game at 4. The loser plays tomorrow, actually Monday at 4 o'clock. And the loser plays Monday at 10. Loser plays at Papillion La Vista South. Winner will move on to play in the semifinals. Also at Papillion La Vista South on Monday. But again, there's a pretty good chance of some rain in the forecast for Monday and Tuesday. In fact, 80% chance both days. Next pitch is going to be outside for a ball, and Gunther is going to get a walk. He heads down to the bag at first base. So the second walk of the ball game given up by Elliott Sidlow. Now there's nobody out here for Omaha Scott. 2 runners on in the third inning. They've got a 2-0 lead. Cooper Smith is going to come to the plate next for Scott. He is the first baseman. He had the RBI double in the first inning of play to drive home the first run of the ball game. So he comes up there now with runners on at first and second base. Batting average on the season at .342 for this guy. Leads the team in RBIs with 26. He's got 6 doubles, a triple, and 3 home runs. Pitch to him is going to be outside for a ball. 1 ball and no strikes now to Smith. He has walked 16 times so far this year. He has struck out 7 times. Each team with 3 base hits now in the ball game. Elliott Sidlow working from the stretch. Here comes the pitch. It's going to be fouled away, first base side. It's out of play. 1 ball, 1 strike. The Nebraska softball playing at noon today down the Baton Rouge Regional. Second round, they'll take on Southeastern Louisiana today. They picked up a upset win over the number 10 overall seed in LSU last night. The Huskers in Southeastern Louisiana playing at 12 o'clock noon today. Next pitch is going to be outside for a ball. 2 balls and 1 strike. Sidlow working from the stretch with runners on at first and second base here. The Skyhawks threatening in the third inning. There's a ball hit out towards center field. Dreher giving chase. He grabs the ball and it goes out of his glove. It pops out of there, and everybody's going to be safe. Brody Dreher came a long way over in the right center field. It was in his glove, and it just pops out of there. That's going to be an error chalked up there on the Dreher, their center fielder, and now the bases are loaded here for Omaha Scott in the third inning. That's something you don't like to see. That was a definite out there, and probably 9 out of 10 times that Dreher would have caught that ball. He was in his glove, and it popped out of there. And now Tom Johnson, the assistant coach for the Tigers, is going to come out and talk with Elliott Sidlow on the mound here. So a double and a base on balls and an error for Omaha Scott. They've got the bases juiced here in the third inning of play, already leading by a score of 2-0. Also going on today here in Omaha, the Hastings High boys soccer team. They're playing Schuyler tonight in the semifinals beginning at 7 o'clock. So a busy day here in Omaha with the Hastings teams, with Hastings High baseball, Hastings High boys soccer, Adams Central all here in Omaha. You've got the Creighton graduations going on this weekend. UNO also graduating this weekend. So motel rooms are far and in between here. Will Sims coming to the plate next for Omaha Skutt. He flew out to right field his first time up there. Batting average on the year is sitting at .341. And now Skutt with a golden opportunity here in the third inning to add to their 2-0 lead. Elliott Sidlow working from the stretch. And here comes the pitch to the plate. It's going to be outside for a ball. 1 ball and no strikes to Will Sims. Where's number 22 in that white uniform? He stumps in there. 15 base hits, 44 trips to the plate. He has scored 6 runs. Next pitch there by Sidlow is going to be down low for a ball. 2 balls and no strikes. Sims has got 13 RBIs so far this year. He's got a couple of doubles to his credit. Heading to count here at 2 balls and no strikes. Sidlow's next pitch is a fastball that's going to be in there for a strike on the outside corner. 2-1. Sims has walked only twice so far this season. He's got 12 strikeouts. 2 balls and 1 strike to Will Sims, the number 5 hitter in the batting order. Skutt with the bases loaded here. There's a ball hit to right field. That's going to be a base hit. Picked up there, out there by Shaw. 1 run is going to score. Here comes the second one into the plate. And pulling up at second base is going to be Will Sims. So a 2-run double there for Sims. Omaha Skutt goes out on top now by a score of 4-0 over Hastings High. Coming over to third base on the play is going to be Cooper Smith. So there's still nobody out here for Skutt in the third inning. 4-0. The Skyhawks now with the lead over Hastings High. Luke Van Dyke is going to come to the plate next. Van Dyke, he grounded out to second base to lead off the second inning. Got the best batting average on the team. In fact, one of the better batting averages in the state in Class B at .465. Pitch to him is going to be outside for a ball. 1 ball and no strikes. So a 2-run double here by Will Sims gives Omaha Skutt a 4-run lead over Hastings High, 4-0. Next pitch is going to be down low for a ball. 2-0 is the count. Tigers have got some action down in the bullpen now, down the right field side. Next pitch is going to be down low. The ball gets away from the catcher, Adam Rutt, but the runners stay at second and third base. There's a lot of room in foul territory here on this field. But the runner at third base and Cooper Smith elects to stay put there. Will Sims is on at second base. 2 runs in here in the inning. Nobody out for Omaha Skutt. Skyhawks have the lead over Hastings High. The score is 4-0. Van Dyke has a count 3-0. Here comes the pitch right down the pipe there for a strike. 3-1 to Luke Van Dyke for Omaha Skutt. Van Dyke, a right-handed hitter. He has walked 21 times so far this year. He has struck out 7 times. He's going to take a strike here. 3-2. He had 21 base on balls here for Luke Van Dyke. And a batting average of .465 on the season. 3-2 is the count. Pitch going to be inside for a ball, and he walks him. Luke Van Dyke is going to get the 3rd walk of the ball game issued by Elliott Sidlow. And here comes Blake Marquardt. We're going to have a pitching change now for Hastings High. So the bases are loaded. 2 runs are in here in this 3rd inning. Omaha Skutt has got the lead over the Tigers. It is 4-0. A pitching change coming up here for Hastings High. You're listening to Tiger Baseball on Extreme Sports.
Since 1940, Pipe and Steel continues to meet the pipe and steel needs of Greater Nebraska and Kansas. Cully Pipe and Steel is a one-stop shop for all of your pipe and steel needs. Coley Pipe and Steel stocks a wide variety of steel and plumbing products, from custom steel products to structural steel, rebar fabrication, steel fabrications, and retail and wholesale plumbing parts and fixtures. Remember Coley Pipe and Steel of Hastings. They're located at 405 West South Street and the plumbing showroom at 300 South Colorado in Hastings.
At Reuter Auction and Realty, we are land brokers and equipment auctioneers. Our company is deeply rooted in agriculture, and we realize that farm and ranch assets are serious business. We're an integrity-based organization which has evolved into over 55 years of service to Nebraska and northern Kansas. Consult with one of our 12 agents today if it's time to sell your family's land and assets. Call us today for a no-obligation consultation at 402-463-8565 or go to reuterauction.com.
Ridgeline, a local accounting and financial services firm, proudly supports all area high school athletes. There is more than one path toward financial security. We take the time to know you well, to understand your financial situation, your business, your farm, and your personal goals. That's why our work with you is more about personal connections than it is about the numbers. Choosing the right path takes experience, creativity, and guidance you can trust. Come join us and enjoy the view at Ridgeline.
If you're looking for auto glass work, call Auto Glass Experts of Hastings. Jeff and Brent have over 60 years of combined experience. They can fix your glass in just about anything from your car or pick up to heavy-duty repairs on your truck or farm equipment, tractors, loaders, graders, or semi-trucks. No other glass repair and replacement business comes close to the high standards of quality and customer service you'll find with the Auto Glass Experts. If you've just got a little ding in your windshield, they offer rock chip repair. Give them a call today at 402-463-0025 or stop in and see them at 405 West J Street in Hastings.
All right, the new pitcher for Hastings High is going to be Ashton Haas. He comes out now here in the third inning with the bases loaded, and his team is trailing 4-0 in this contest. First guy he'll see is Bubba Day. Haas is 1-1 on the season, 2.77 earned run average, making his team high 12th appearance of the season here. Pitching will be inside for a ball, and now it's 3-0. Haas has thrown 30 1/3 innings for the Tigers, giving up 28 hits, 23 runs, 12 of those earned, 20 base on balls, and 20 strikeouts. 3-0 is the count to Bubba Day. The pitch outside for a ball, and he walks home a run. So Bubba Day is going to get his second walk of the ball game. First walk given up by Ashton Haas as he comes out of the pen. A run-scoring walk there is a Cooper Smith will come in to score from third base. The bases still loaded here for Omaha Skutt. And now it's a 5-0 ball game. The Skyhawks with a lead over the Tigers. Easton Elam will come to the plate next. Batting average on the season at 200 for this guy. He's a shortstop. He's 0 for 1 so far today. He grounded out to second base back there in inning number 2. Bases are juiced here for Omaha Skutt. Next pitch is going to be inside for a ball. It's now 2 balls and no strikes. Still nobody out for the Skyhawks here in the third inning. Tigers playing with the infield in a little bit, especially on the right side. Tucker Sinek at second and Chance Burton over here at first base. Third baseman Yemenez just a couple of steps in front of the bag down there defensively. Next pitch is going to be outside for a ball. Now 3 balls and no strikes. Next pitch by Haas, that's going to be outside for a walk and another ball. And another run scored as Easton Elam gets the second walk given up by Haas coming out of the pen. That's going to produce another run as Sims will come in from third base to score. That makes it a 6-0 ball game now in favor of the Skyhawks. As the catcher, Adam Rutt, goes out and has a couple of words with his pitcher out there. So Luke Van Dyke is now at third base. Bubba Day is on at second base. Easton Elam is on at first base. Nate Christensen now comes to the plate. 6-0. Omaha Scott with a lead. 4 runs in for Scott here in this third inning of play. There's a strike delivered up there by Haas. So after a couple of walks, he finally finds the strike zone here. No balls and 1 strike to Nate Christensen. Next pitch out on the ground toward third. Jimenez grabs it. Jimenez over to first base. Not in time, and a run comes in to score. Jimenez a little undecisive down there at third base. Didn't know whether to touch the bag, come home, go to first base. He elects to go to first base. That was not in time. Christensen is going to drive home another run here for Omaha Scott. It's now a 7-0 ball game. Bases are still loaded. Christensen is going to get aboard, as he's going to single and bring home another run. Now we've got the top of the order up here. It's going to be a Joe Kalega coming to the plate. He is 0 for 2 so far today, but his batting average on the season at .338. 5 runs in for Omaha Scott here in the inning. Ground ball again to Jimenez at third. His throw to first, they've got him over there, but a run comes in to score. Kalega is going to ground out to the third baseman, Jimenez, but that produces a run. It is now an 8-0 ball game. Omaha Scott has got the lead. Now runners are on at second and third base. Elam is on at second. Elam is on at third. Christensen is on at second. And now they have batted around here in the third inning. Back to Dylan Van Dyke, who had a double to lead off this inning. He's had a double. He's been hit by a pitch so far in this ball game, so he's been on base both times. 8-0. Omaha Scott has got the lead over Hastings High. Here comes the pitch to Van Dyke. It's going to be down low for a ball. 2-0 is the count. Hastings High looking for their first state championship in baseball. Tigers haven't been here since 2021. Omaha Scott, they've been around the state tournament a lot here, as they're making their 17th appearance here this year. As the next pitch, they can be outside for another ball. So Dylan Van Dyke is going to walk here. That's going to be the third walk given up by Ashton Haas since coming on in relief. Scott making their 17th appearance of the year, their 17th state tournament appearance in school's history. They were here in 2023. They won the championship in 2017. Finished runner-up in 2008, 10, 14, and 16. The number 1 seed here in 2025. Gage Gunther is going to come to the plate next. He is the catcher. He reached on a base on balls back there in the third. He struck out in the first. 8-0. Omaha Scott with a lead. 5 base hits for Scott. 3 base hits for Hastings. Ashton Haas on the mound here for the Tigers. Here comes the pitch to the plate. That's going to miss as well. Sidlow goes 2 innings today for Hastings High. Gives up 4 hits, 7 runs officially. 6 of those earned. 3 base on balls and 1 strikeout. Next pitch is going to be fouled away. The count 1 ball and 2 strikes. Tal Anderson Field in Omaha here today. The state high school baseball tournament. Quarterfinal round in Class B. Hastings trailing Scott by a score of 8-0. Gunther's next attempt here. He fouls it away back over the screen into the seats. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Later on tonight, Adams Central and Wayne from Fricky Field here in Omaha. 7 o'clock starting time, 6:45 pregame show here on Extreme Sports. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Next pitch there by Haas, a swing and a miss. And he strikes him out. Strikeout number 1 in the ball game now for Haas. Cooper Smith is going to come up there next. Cooper Smith had a RBI double back there in the first inning. Reached on an error, scored a run in the third. Started the day with a batting average at .342. Bases are loaded here for the Scott Skyhawks. As the pitch comes inside for a ball, 1-0 is the count. Elam is on at third base. Christensen is on at second base. Over here at first is Dylan Van Dyke. Your batter is Cooper Smith. Right-handed hitter. Working against the righty on the hill here in Ashton Haas. And the pitch by Haas is going to be inside for a ball. 2 balls and no strikes. No place to put the batter here in Cooper Smith. Bases are juice here in the third inning. A big inning for the Skyhawks of Omaha Skutt as the next pitch is going to be fouled away. Back to the backstop. 2-1 is the count. The winner plays tomorrow afternoon at 4. Actually a Monday. They'll have a Sunday off. They'll play a Monday at 4. The loser will play on Monday at 10 o'clock. Both games at Papillion La Vista South High School. Here's a pitch that's going to get away from the catcher, run all the way back to the backstop, and coming in to score on the play is going to be Easton Elam. So a wild pitch there by Haas. That's going to produce the 9th run of the ball game. It's now 9-0. Omaha Skutt has got the lead. Christensen moves over to third base on the play. Van Dyke moves from first to second. The count here to Cooper Smith is sitting at 3 balls and 1 strike as he fouls away the pitch here. Over toward the Skutt dugout over here on the third base side. 3 balls and 2 strikes here to Cooper Smith. Ashton Haas working from the stretch. Next pitch is going to be inside for another ball. And Smith is going to get a base on balls here. That's going to be the 4th walk of the ball game given up by Ashton Haas since coming on in relief. And Blake Marquardt hops out of the dugout here. He's already made a call to the pin. We're going to see another pitcher, the second one of the inning and the 3rd one of the ball game coming out here for Hastings High. So another pitching change coming up here for the Tigers. We'll take a break. We're in the 3rd inning. The score, it is Omaha Skutt 9, Hastings nothing. You're listening to Tiger Baseball on Extreme Sports.
I'm John Butler, funeral director and owner at Livingston Butler Volland Funeral Home and Cremation Center in Hastings.
And I'm Nikki Butler, the advanced funeral planning specialist. Whether you choose a traditional service, cremation, or a unique memorial service, our experienced staff is here to help guide you through every step. Visit us at lbvfh.com to learn more about our services and how we can support you.
Livingston Butler Volland Funeral Home and Cremation Center. We are here when your need is greatest.
Extreme Sports has been bringing you the exclusive home of Hastings College Athletics, and we're just getting started. Thanks to our incredible sponsors and your support, Extreme Sports 2 has been a huge success. And now we're excited to announce the launch of Extreme Sports 3. With Extreme Sports 3, you'll get even more local sports coverage. Plus, 24/7 access to Sports by Line, where you'll hear the best in national sports talk. Whether it's Hastings College, high school action, or the latest from around the sports world, we've got it covered across all 3 streams. And don't forget, when we're not broadcasting games, join us weekday mornings from 7 to 8 a.m. for Huddle Up with Mike Will and Tyson Havronik. It's the perfect way to start your day with sports, news, weather, and great local interviews. So tune in, check out all 3 streams, and stay with us for even more sports coverage coming soon. Thank you to our sponsors for making it all possible, and to you, our listeners, for keeping Extreme Sports strong. You are listening to Tiger Baseball on Extreme Sports.
All right, the new pitcher for Hastings is going to be Peyton Drake as he tries to get the final out of this 3rd inning. 9-0 is the score. Omaha Skutt has exploded here in this inning. This is a Will Sims coming to the plate, and he swings and misses. So Peyton Drake out here for the Tigers, making his 7th appearance of the season. 0-3 is his record so far this year. 3.91 is his earned run average. He comes on here with the bases loaded in the 3rd inning. Next pitch can be inside for a ball. Drake has thrown 14 and a 3rd inning so far this year for the Tigers, giving up 11 hits and 17 runs. 8 of those earned, 14 walks, and he's got 10 strikeouts so far this year for Peyton Drake. Next pitch by Drake is going to be down low. It gets away momentarily from our catcher, Adam Rutt, but the runners stay put. 7 runs in here in the 3rd inning for Skutt. They've got a lead 9-0 over Hastings High. The count here to Sims is 2 balls and 1 strike. There's a ball hit back up to the middle. That's going to be a base hit in the center field. 1 run scores. Here comes the second one in the plate. He scores with a head-first slide at the plate here. Sims is going to get a 2-run single to a center field. Drives home Christensen from third base. Coming in from second base with a head-first slide at the plate here is going to be Dylan Van Dyke. It's now an 11-0 ball game. Omaha Skutt has got the lead. Smith heads over to second base. Sims is on at first base with a 2-run single. And now Luke Van Dyke will come to the plate next. Best hitter on the team at .465. Wow. 11-0 is the score. Tigers cannot get out of this 3rd inning. We've seen 3 pitchers here in the 3rd. And now Peyton Drake is the latest one to step to the hill. There's a slow roller out toward Chance Burton at first. He goes over and touches the bag, and the inning is going to be over. Chance moves to his right to grab it, and then the foot race over to the bag at first to retire Luke Van Dyke. And the inning is over here for Omaha Skutt. But they come up with 7 runs here in the 3rd inning. We go to the top of the 4th here. Quarterfinals of the Class B state tournament in Omaha. Omaha Skutt 11, Hastings nothing. You're listening to Tiger Baseball.
Taking care of your teeth and gums is important to keeping a healthy smile, and that's where we come in. Dr. Corey Bumgartner of Bumgartner Family Dentistry will provide exceptional oral care services to both children and adults. They offer routine cleanings and screenings, emergency and scheduled surgical and cosmetic procedures, and a teeth whitening program to all of their patients. Whatever your dental care needs, Bumgartner Family Dentistry is there to help. New patients are welcome. Just call 402-462-6484 or stop in and see them at 2217 West 12th Street in Hastings.
If you're looking for an auto repair business that you can trust, count on the experts at Connet Auto Care in Hastings. Their mechanics are ASE certified, which means they are up to date on the best repair practices for your vehicle. Connet Auto Care keeps your vehicle running like it should. They offer air conditioning repair, brake repair, cooling system services, engine diagnostics and repairs, suspension work, electrical work, and much more. Plus, they sell wheels and tires too. Connet Auto Care. 212 North Lexington in Hastings.
You are listening to Tiger Baseball on Extreme Sports.
All right, back here in Omaha, the Class B State High School Baseball Tournament today on Extreme Sports. Omaha Scots with a lead over Hastings, 11-0. As we go to the top of the fourth inning, it's going to be Adam Rutt, Sidlow, and Clayton Arnold coming to the plate here for the Tigers in the fourth. There's a swing and a miss. They strike out there. Adam Rutt goes down, strikeout number 6 in the ball game now for Jace Ziola. So Sidlow comes to the plate next for the Tigers. He had a single back there in the second inning. Sidlow a .272 batting average on the season. Damon Day is the head coach of Omaha Scots. Of course, Day, the longtime coach at Nebraska Kearney until they disbanded the program over in Kearney several years ago. Damon has moved on, now coaching Omaha Scott here this season. Pitch to Elliott Sidlow is going to be up high for a ball. 1-1 is the count to a Sidlow. Started the day with a batting average of .272 on the season. Next pitch inside for a ball. 2 balls and 1 strike. 11 runs, 6 hits, 1 error for Omaha Scott. No runs, 3 hits, and 1 error for Hastings. Next pitch is going to miss here by Ziola. Now it's 3 balls and 1 strike. Ziola working from the full windup. Here's the next pitch. A fastball. It's going to miss up high. And a base on ball is given up there. Sidlow is going to get a walk down to first base. And that's the first walk of the ball game going up here by Jace Ziola. Whereas Scott, he's recorded 6 strikeouts. Clayton Arnold now coming to the plate next. And the pitch to Arnold is going to be in there for a strike. He's the DH in this ball game. Arnold struck out back there in the second inning of play. Batting average on the season sitting at .318. Next pitch is right down the pipe there. And Arnold now behind the count at no balls and 2 strikes. You're listening to the State High School Baseball Tournament here today on Extreme Sports. There goes the runner at first base. The pitch is going to be inside for a ball. No throw from the catcher in Gage Gunther. So Sidlow is going to get a stolen base as he moves into scoring position. 1 man out for the Tigers here in the fourth. The count here at the plate 1-2. Next pitch way outside for a ball. And now it's even up at 2 balls and 2 strikes here to Clayton Arnold. Tigers have had some opportunities in this ball game today. We've stranded 4 on the base paths with nothing across the plate. Next pitch is going to be a little bit high and a little bit inside. 3 balls and 2 strikes now to Arnold. He has walked 9 times so far this year. He has struck out 6 times. 11-0 is the score. Omaha Scott has got the lead. Here comes a 3-2 pitch up high for a ball. And the Tigers have base runners again. Clayton Arnold is going to get aboard here with a walk. The second walk of the ball game given up by Ziola, the pitcher for Omaha Scott. Tucker Sinek is going to come to the plate next. Tucker reached on a fielder's choice back there in the second inning. Batting average to start the day at .217 for Sinek. Here comes the pitch. It's going to be in there for a strike. 0-1. Sinek with 5 base hits in 23 trips to the plate so far this year. 6 RBIs. He's got a triple for his extra base hits. Sinek has walked 3 times. He has struck out 6 times. No balls and 1 strike to Tucker Sinek. Batting here in the fourth inning. 1 man out for the Tigers. Runners are on at second and third base now. And now some folks warming up in the bullpen down there on the left field line for Omaha Skutt. There's a bouncer toward third base, foul territory. One ball and two strikes. Ziola considered to be the number one thrower here for Omaha Skutt. But they've got a couple of guys that follow him. Bubba Day is a pitcher who is undefeated on the season. He's 7-0. Earned run average 1.20. Easton Elam, he's 6-1 on the season. His ERA at 1.31. So they are loaded with some very talented pitchers. Next pitcher can be inside for a ball. Nearly hits Tucker Sinek. Now 3 balls and 2 strikes to Sinek. He's a second baseman for the Tigers. He's the number 8 guy in the batting order here for the Tigers. Runners on at second and third base. Next pitch is going to be up high for a ball. And that's going to be the second consecutive walk here. So the Tigers got something going here. Actually, the third consecutive walk given up by Ziola. And now the head man's going to make his way out to the pitcher's mound. We'll see if they're going to stay with their ace out there as he has walked the bases loaded here in the 4th inning of play with an 11-0 lead. So Sinek is on at first base. Clayton Arnold is on at second. Sidlow is on at third base. Royer DeLaura is going to come to the plate next for the Tigers. He's 0 for 1 in this ball game as he grounded out to the first baseman back there in the 2nd inning of play. The conversation continues on the mound. Ziola is going to stay out there for Omaha Skutt. 1 man out here for the Tigers in the 4th inning. This one's scheduled for 7 here today. All the Class B games will be played today here at this field, Tal Anderson Field. Waverly will play Gretna East in the next game, scheduled for 1. 4 o'clock game today will have Bennington against Seward. 7 o'clock tonight, Ralston will play Omaha Gross. There's a bunt laid down by the Tigers, fielded by Ziola. His throw to first base, not in time, and that sneaks home a run. Royer DeLaura gets a bunt laid down right in front of the plate. Coming off of the mound to grab it was Ziola. He throws an off-balance throw over to first base that was not in time. So the Tigers sneak one home as Sidlow comes in from third base to score. That makes it an 11-1 ball game now in favor of Omaha Skutt. Tigers still with the bases loaded. And now the top of the order comes up there in Isaiah Shaw. There's a pitch that's going to be inside for a ball. A fastball that misses. 1 ball, no strikes. How many times do we see that during the regular season? Tigers sneaking one home from third base. DeLaura gets down a perfect bunt out in front of the plate. Ziola, the pitcher, comes off of the mound to grab it there for the Skyhawks, but his throw over to first base not in time. So Royer DeLaura gets a infield single here to drive home a run. 11-1 now. Skutt with a lead. There's a fastball there delivered up to Isaiah Shaw's going to be in there for a strike. 2 balls and 1 strike. Shaw has not had a good day today at the plate. He's 0 for 2. He has struck out twice. He fouls away this pitch here. Back to the screen. 2-2. Tigers have got 1 man out here in this 4th inning of play. Ziola working from the full windup. Next pitch is going to be inside for a ball. Now 3 balls and 2 strikes. 59 degrees now in Omaha. Winds continuing to blow out of the northwest at about 16 miles per hour. 3-2 the count. Next pitch is going to be hit up through the middle. It's going to be grabbed by the shortstop. They go to second for 1 over to first base. Double play. Turn there by the Skutt Skyhawks. Ball hit to the shortstop in Elam. He gets it to Bubba Day, who makes the relay throw over to first base, and a 4-6-3 double play will get the Skyhawks out of the fourth inning. But the Tigers, they come up with one run here in the fourth inning on the suicide squeeze bunt laid down by Royer DeLaura. So the Tigers score one run on one base hit, no errors, and a couple of runners left on base. We go to the bottom of the fourth inning. Omaha Skutt has got the lead over Hastings in the state tournament. The Skyhawks 11, the Tigers 1. You're listening to high school baseball on Extreme Sports.
If you're looking for an auto repair business that you can trust, count on the experts at Connet Auto Care in Hastings. Their mechanics are ASC certified, which means they are up to date on the best repair practices for your vehicle. Connet Auto Care keeps your vehicle running like it should. They offer air conditioning repair, brake repair, cooling system services, engine diagnostics and repairs, suspension work, electrical work, and much more. Plus, they sell wheels and tires too. Connet Auto Care, 212 North Lexington in Hastings.
Bloom into spring with Bob Sass flowers. Fresh flowers, bright colors, and new beginnings. Spring is here and so are our freshest blooms. From tulips to hydrangeas, bring the joy of the season into your home or gift a bouquet full of sunshine. We also carry home decor, gift items like candles, chocolates, silk arrangements, popcorn, and jewelry. Shop local at Bob Sass Flowers, located at 2618 West 2nd Street in Hastings, serving Hastings since 1955.
You are listening to Tiger Baseball on Extreme Sports.
Back here in Omaha, we head to the bottom of the fourth inning. This is Bubba Day as he hits that ball out to left field. It's going to be grabbed there by Dom Monte. So Bubba Day flies out to left field to begin the fourth inning. 11-1, Skutt has got the lead. We're down here in the bottom third of the order now for Omaha Skutt. Easton Elam is the guy who's going to come to the plate next. He is a shortstop. Elam so far is grounded out, and he is reached on a base on balls. He's 0 for 1 in this ball game. 200 is his batting average on the season. First pitch is going to miss, 1 ball and no strikes. Hastings High scoring their only run of the ball game in the top half of this inning. Suicide squeeze by Royer DeLaura gets the Tigers on the scoreboard. Omaha Skutt, they scored a run in the first and 2 in the second. They scored 7 in the third inning. And they've got the 11-1 advantage over Hastings High. There's a pitch that's going to be in there for a strike on the inside corner. 2 balls and 1 strike. Peyton Drake continues to throw out there for the Tigers. He's the third pitcher used by Hastings High in this ball game. Elliot Sidlow got the start for Hastings High. Ashton Haas came on in the last inning. Peyton Drake finished things off. 3 balls and 1 strike here to the number 8 hitter in the batting order. There's one that's going to be fouled away down the first base side. 3-2 is the count. Sidlow going 2 innings, giving up 4 hits and 7 runs. 3 walks and a strikeout. Ashton Haas, through just 2/3 of an inning, gave up 1 hit and 4 runs, 4 walks and a strikeout. And now Easton Elam is going to get a base on balls here as he heads down to the bag at first. That's going to be the first walk given up by Peyton Drake. So Drake has now come on. So in 2/3 of an inning, giving up 1 hit and 1 walk so far in this ball game. Ziolos went all the way for Omaha Skutt. We're in the bottom of the 4th inning, 11-1. Omaha Skutt has got the lead here in Omaha. Drake working for the stretch. Good lead there at first base. There goes the runner. The ball is going to be hit to right field. Isaiah Shaw drifts back. He grabs it. The runner has to go back to first. So Christensen flies out to right field. Elam was going on the pitch. He got about halfway toward the second base. Saw that ball was going to be caught there by Isaiah Shaw to record the out. So Elam puts on the brakes and heads back to first. Now there's 2 outs here for Scott. We got the top of the order back up here. And Joe Collega. Collega is 0 for 3 in this ball game so far. .338 batting average. A quick throw over to first base. Not in time. That one nearly got by Chance Burton over there on the throw by Peyton Drake. The runner stays put at first base. Elam is your base runner at first. Peyton Drake working for the stretch here. Looks for the runner at first base. Offers one at the plate. Inside for a ball. 1 ball and no strikes here. Collega's looking for his first base hit of the ball game here as he swings and misses. 1-1 is the count. Okay, Nebraska's softball playing today, second round of the Baton Rouge Regional. Huskers winning last night over UConn, 10-3. They're facing Southeastern Louisiana today. Southeastern Louisiana, an upset win over the number 10 overall seed. Yesterday, LSU won that ball game by a score of 4-3. There goes the runner at first base. No throw from Adam Rutt, and Elam is aboard at second with a stolen base. Down here at the plate, and Joe Collega is going to be sitting at 2 balls and 1 strike. Peyton Drake working for the stretch as he looks at the runner at second base. The pitch is going to be hit toward right field. Isaiah Shaw lets it drop in front of him, and a runner is going to come in to score. Runner was going on the pitch. That was Easton Elam. So he comes around to score easily with a base hit to right field. That one falls right in front of the right fielder, Isaiah Shaw. So Joe Collega is going to get a single to right field to drive home a run. That makes the score now 12-1 in favor of Omaha Skutt. Dylan Van Dyke is up there next. Van Dyke has been on the base paths all 3 times he's been up there. He's been hit by a pitch in the first, had a double in the third. He received a walk in the third. He has scored 3 runs. Runner is out at first base here as they pitch to Van Dyke. It's going to be outside for a ball. 1-0 is the count. Tiger pitching staff struggling a little bit here today against one of the better hitting teams in Class B. Omaha Skutt throwing to first base, not in time. Winner plays again on Monday at 4 o'clock. The loser plays Monday in the losers bracket game at 10 a.m. Next pitch is going to be in there for a strike. Now 1-1 to count to Dylan Van Dyke, a .400 batting average on the season with this guy. Van Dyke, a left-handed hitter. The pitch is down low. The runner's going to go down there at second base. They've got him down there on the throw by Adam Rutt. So Joe Collega is thrown out down there at second base, attempting to steal. And that will get the Tigers out of this 4th inning. But Omaha Skutt, they score a run here in the 4th. 1 run on 1 base hit. No errors on Hastings and nobody left on base. We go to the 5th inning of play with a score. Omaha Skutt 12, Hastings 1. You're listening to high school baseball on Extreme Sports.
If you experience air conditioning problems this summer, call the experts at Rutt's Heating and Air Conditioning of Hastings. Rutt's is a local, family-owned business with over 45 years of experience in the HVAC industry. They service all makes and models of heating and cooling equipment for both residential and commercial customers. you can trust Rudd's Heating and Air Conditioning to complete all repairs, installations, and maintenance work on time. If you're shopping for a new air conditioner or heating system, remember Rudd's Heating and Air Conditioning. They have a broad range of systems to choose from. Rudd's Heating and Air Conditioning. Call 402-463-4853.
If you're planning to build a new home or add an addition to your existing one, trust the experts at Gangwish Construction. From general contracting, basement pouring, to bathroom remodeling, concrete work, and deck building, they handle it all with precision and care. They take pride in doing the job right the first time, every time. Contact Jeff today at 402-460-0013 and experience quality craftsmanship with Gangwish Construction.
You are listening to Tiger Baseball on Extreme Sports.
All right, Omaha Scott is going to bring out a new pitcher now here in the 5th inning of play. Coming out here is going to be Braxton Blank Jimenez, a freshman thrower here for the Omaha Scott Skyhawks. So Blank Jimenez will come to the pitcher's mound. He is 1-0 in the season, making his 3rd appearance of the year. He's got a couple of saves, 1-0 again with a 1.05 earned run average. Jimenez has thrown 6 2/3 innings, giving up 4 hits and 1 run. That one was earned, no base on balls. 14 strikeouts with this guy. So he comes on here in the 5th with his team leading by a score of 12-1. Brody Dreher, Chance Burton, Carlos Jimenez coming to the plate here for Hastings High. There's the ball hit to a first base. Nice grab there by the first baseman Smith, and he just touches the bag and records the out on Brody Dreher. Dreher is now 0 for 3 today as he grounds out to first base. Coming up there next for the Tigers will be Chance Burton. Burton's had a good day today. He's got 2 of the 4 hits for the Tigers, a couple of singles. Batting average of .270 on the season as Burton will come to the plate. He'll bat here from the left-hand side. Jimenez, a right-handed thrower here for Omaha Scott. There's a pitch that's going to be in there for a strike. 0-1 to Chance Burton. Tigers have recorded 4 base hits in the ball game. Scott has got 7. But the Tiger pitching staff struggling a little bit today. They've recorded 2 strikeouts. They've issued 8 walks, and they've got a hit batter. Next pitch is going to be fouled away by Burton. And the count at 1 ball and 2 strikes. High school baseball here today on Extreme Sports, the first game of 2. Tonight we've got Adams Central against Wayne from Fricky Field here in Omaha. Starting time at 7. Pre-game show 6:45 here on Extreme Sports. Next pitch fouled away again by Chance. And now he's in the hole at 1 ball and 2 strikes. Carlos Jimenez would follow him, and then we'll see Adam Rutt. Tigers need a big inning to get back into the ball game here. Next pitch there by Jimenez, hits out in front of the plate and then hits Burton, and they're going to give him a free pass. Burton is hit by a pitch. So Chance Burton heads down to first base. Carlos Jimenez is going to come to the plate next to face Braxton Blank Jimenez for Omaha Scott on the mound. There's a pitch to Carlos. It's going to be outside for a ball. 1-0 is the count. An enjoyable Saturday afternoon. Temp right around 60 degrees here in Omaha with a breeze blowing in on us here at Tal Anderson Field. Burton is your base runner down there at first base for Hastings There's a ground ball right side of the diamond that gets through there into right field for a base hit. Carlos Jimenez is going to get aboard here for the Tigers. Burton moves down to a second base on the play. Adam Rutt will come up there next. Rutt had a single in the second inning. Struck out in the fourth, so he is 1 for 2 so far today. Batting average is sitting at .309 on the season for Rutt. So the Tigers down 12-1 here in the fifth inning. Here comes a pitch by Jimenez. It's going to be in there for a strike. No balls and 1 strike now to Adam Rutt. Omaha Skutt, the top-seeded team here in this year's state tournament, 22-5 in the season. Next pitch is going to be swung on and missed by Rutt. And now Burton moves from second to third in the play. Throw there was not in time, so Burton is on at third base. Carlos Jimenez is on at first base. Runners at the corner now for the Tigers. Rutt has a kind of no balls and 2 strikes here at the plate with 1 man out. And there's a cold third strike on the outside corner. And Rutt strikes out for the second time today. Jimenez, his first strikeout of the ball game, on a relief for Omaha Skutt. Coming up there next is going to be Elliott Sidlow for the Tigers. Sidlow has got a base hit and a walk so far in this ball game. He has scored 1 run. Tigers trailing 12-1 here in the quarterfinals of the State High School Baseball Tournament in Omaha. There's a breaking pitch that's going to be outside for a ball. 1 ball and no strikes. Hastings with runners on at first and third base here in the fifth inning. Jimenez working from the stretch. Next pitch is going to be down low for a ball. 2 balls and no strikes now to Elliott Sidlow, who started the day with a .272 batting average. 22 base hits and 81 trips to the plate. There's a bouncing ball towards short. They go over and touch the bag at second base to record the out on Jimenez. And the inning is over here for Hastings High, and the ball game is going to be over by a 10-run rule here. So Jimenez is retired there at second base for the third out, and the Tigers are going to lose this ball game. Final score of 12-1. There's a 10-run rule in effect here during the State High School Baseball Tournament. So the Tigers give up a big inning in the third, as they give up 7 runs in the third inning, and they lose to the top-seeded Skyhawks Omaha Skutt today in 4.5 innings. Omaha Skutt beats the Tigers. Final score of 12-1. Back with the final totals after this. You're listening to Tiger Baseball.
If you experience problems this summer, call the experts at Rutt's Heating and Air Conditioning of Hastings. Rutt's is a local, family-owned business with over 45 years of experience in the HVAC industry. They service all makes and models of heating and cooling equipment for both residential and commercial customers. You can trust Rutt's Heating and Air Conditioning to complete all repairs, installations, and maintenance work on time. If you're shopping for a new air conditioner or heating system, remember Rutt's Heating and Air Conditioning. They have a broad range of systems to choose from. Rutt's Heating and Air Conditioning. Call 402-463-4853.
If you're planning to build a new home or add an addition to your existing one, trust the experts at Gangwish Construction. From general contracting, basement pouring to bathroom remodeling, concrete work, and deck building, they handle it all with precision and care. They take pride in doing the job right the first time, every time. Contact Jeff today at 402-460-0013 and experience quality craftsmanship with Gangwish Construction.
Physical Therapy and Sports Rehab, 207 South Burlington, is the place for all your rehabilitation needs. PTSR offers a wide variety of services, including orthopedic, neurological, and sports injury rehabilitation. A certified hand specialist is available for the more delicate upper extremity injuries. Warm, aquatic therapy, and balance training is also available. PTSR has a strong industrial services division providing physical and functional capacity testing, as well as drug and alcohol screening. Please visit our website, ptsrhastings.com.
The weather is warming up, and that means only one thing. It's baseball season. Whether it's Hastings High, Adams Central, or Hastings College baseball this spring, you'll be able to catch the action on Extreme Sports. And this summer, Extreme Sports will be the exclusive voice for Hastings American Legion baseball. Whether it's Hastings 5 Points Bank, Hastings Johnson Imperial Homes, or Hastings Runza, all the big games will be right here. Listen online at x-streamsports.com, on your smartphone with our free mobile app, or on your Alexa-enabled smart speaker. Just say, Alexa, play Extreme Sports. Central Nebraska's new home for sports is Extreme Sports.
You're locked in to Extreme Sports.
Olivares now hits a line drive to deep left field. Ward is back to the wall. Granny time!
Here's Doncic wheeling inside in traffic and got it to go. Call it the foul.
The home of 24/7 Sports Talk. Nothing but pure sports action.
All right, back here in Omaha, Hastings High, they lose in the opening round of the state high school baseball tournament to the top-seeded team at Omaha Scott. Final score of 12-1 here this afternoon. Omaha Scott with 12 runs, 7 hits, and no errors. Hastings, 1 run, 6 hits, and 2 errors. Losing pitcher today for the Tigers will be Elliot Sidlow. He goes 2 innings. Gives up 4 hits and 7 runs. 6 of those earned. 3 base on balls and 1 strikeout. Ashton Haas came on and threw 2/3 of an inning. He gave up 1 hit and 4 runs. All 4 of those earned with 4 base on balls and 1 strikeout. Peyton Drake finished things off 1 1/3 innings. He gives up 2 hits and a run. 1 walk and no strikeouts. The Hastings High pitching staff gave up 8 walks in the ball game today. Winning pitcher for Omaha Scott will be their starter in Jace Ziola. He goes up 4 innings. He gives up 5 hits and a run. That one was earned. 3 base on balls and 6 strikeouts. Offensively for the Tigers, we had 6 base hits in the ball game today. Chance Burton had 2 hits. Carlos Jimenez had a base hit. Adam Rutt had a base hit today. Elliot Sidlow had a base hit. And Royer Delora had a base hit and an RBI for the Tigers. For Omaha Scott, we had 7 base hits for Omaha Scott in the game. 2 hits came from Will Sims, and also Nate Christensen had a couple of base hits for Omaha Scott. So the Skyhawks now 23-5 on the season. They'll move on and play in the winners bracket ball game tomorrow afternoon at 4 o'clock at Papillion La Vista South. They'll play the winner of the next game coming up between Waverly and Gretna East. Hastings High, they will play in the losers bracket game on Monday at 10 o'clock at Papillion La Vista South. They'll take on the loser of the next game coming up between Waverly and Gretna East. That is all weather permitting, as there's a 85 to 90% chance of rain for us on Monday here in Omaha. But as of now, Hastings High's next game will be at 10 o'clock on Monday at Papillion La Vista South against either Waverly or Gretna East. We've got another game yet to go here today on Extreme Sports. We'll head over to Fricky Field, and we'll take on Adams Central in the Wayne ball game coming up at 7 tonight here on Extreme Sports, 6:45 for the pregame show. So we'll talk to you then as we'll swing into the Class C ranks tonight with Adams Central and Wayne going at 6:45 tonight. But again, the final score in the first ball game, it was Omaha Scott 12 and Hastings 1. From Tal Anderson Field in Omaha, I'm Mike Will, wishing you a very pleasant good afternoon.
played one season for you. You traded for him. You didn't even sign him. You traded for him.
You have been listening to an exclusive presentation by Extreme Sports.
So the fact that
If you missed portions of today's game, you can download our podcast on x-streamsports.com.
But hey, at least you won last night. Congrats on the booze. Soto was yucking it up, though. I loved it. Maybe a little tip of the cap, was smiling. I thought he played it well, and the Mets did not play well enough as they lost to the New York Yankees. It's rivalry weekend, by the way, in Major League Baseball. So you get those interleague rivalries and a handful of others. So we'll see how the treatment is. Was certainly a fun night, needless to say, there in New York last night as the Garden was on fire as the Knicks move on to the Eastern Conference